You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. Welcome to the bonus hour with Dan Farris. And Dan, welcome to you as well.
Oh, hey, thank you very much. Everybody kind of plow through the long holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving good. And
It feels like a Monday.
And Heidi, I know you're a big proponent of the Black Friday thing.
It's my favorite.
Did you come out without any scars? Was there any bloodshed? It was good.
A little bit of a limp.
All right. He does fantastic. Thinking of buying and selling things. This was a big day. It was this day in history. And again, we were just kids. The very first Model A Ford was sold.
Oh, yeah.
In the United States of America. For $1 million, what was the price tag? What was the sticker price?
$250.
Close, Heidi.
$14.95.
Oh, Heidi.
It was $385.
Wow.
See, mine was if you didn't have power windows.
Well, yeah, this guy got the underproofing, yeah. And what else is interesting was just a few months later, he got the first telemarketer call that his warranty was about to lapse.
Hello. Yeah.
Just wanted to inform you. Also, happy birthday to Britney Spears. She's 37. And a Green Bay Packer quarterback, number 12, Aaron Rodgers, is 35 today. And you just know that every NFL rep in the country sent him cards and gifts because that's kind of how it works for Aaron.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
See, I don't know.
Nice.
I'm not a part of that. I don't know how any of that goes down.
Trust me.
Well, that's fabulous. Appreciate you coming in, Dan. We're going to be diving into all kinds of fun stuff today. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris right here on Sunny 93.3.
Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Are you ready? If you plan to use a credit card while shopping, make sure you have the very best credit card for you. It's free to click around and see what we can do for you at bettercreditcards.net. We have options from many different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger
Good
Dan.
morning, Ranger Dan.
Oh, caught me a little unawares there.
Halfway through a sip.
A little incoming sniper fire from you two rascals. Hey, Radio Ranger. Oh, Ranger Dan here with a little critter knowledge on you. Pretty excited about this particular one. I'm sure you're well aware we had our first, really kind of real snow here over the past couple days. And I always find it pretty interesting that there are, a handful of animals on God's great green planet that switch things up when winter kind of settles in. What I'm talking about, you can take kind of their dank brown coats, their yellow coats, their mudded up fur, and for a number of reasons, they turn white for the winter.
Really?
Okay.
Beautiful, pristine, pure as the driven snow-white critters.
All right.
Chased around. A couple of them animals. You ain't going to find too many of them around this neck of the woods.
There are a few in the studio right now.
There sure are.
He comes with critters.
The Arctic hare, which is brown during the summer and spring months and fall months, turns a pristine white.
Really?
There's a certain kind of caribou that'll do the same thing. Lemmings will do
Really?
it. Siberian hamsters will turn bright white. Now, Siberian hamster. Look it up, Ranger John.
That sounds awfully made up.
Ranger Dan does not spin tall tales. He's a ranger.
Okay. All right. I'm going to believe it.
I never joke about animals.
But in the great state of South Dakota, and keep in mind, there's absolutely no bag limits on these particular critters, and no set hunting hours either. You can just blam, thank you, ma'am, bag as many as you want, and that's great South Dakota weasel. That's a true story.
Okay.
Really?
South
I
Dakota
thought
weasels.
we were still talking about Siberian hamsters.
No, South Dakota weasels.
I'm over that
Come
one.
on, keep up.
All right.
So here's the thing. They are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And that fur turns white. And
tasty as well.
Ranger Dan and his associates got to thinking, maybe you got yourself a cat, maybe you got yourself a dog, a gerbil, a pony, maybe you got yourself a muskrat, and it'd be awfully nice for the holiday season to be able to turn that little fella white for the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Ranger Dan Enterprises is proud to announce Ranger Dan's Flock It Critter Kit. These kits come complete with tranquilizer darts, adjustable plastic restraints, and a 64-ounce can of Ranger Dan industrial strength flock. Heavy-duty aerosol spray. That flock will last up to 2 weeks' time, and it may or may not be non-toxic or non-flammable. Kind of hard to say, but 64 ounces, you can flock this, flock that. Heck, you can flock all night long.
A lot of flock.
Ranger Dan Flock It Critter Kit. Just $29.95, available, of course, Amazon Prime. Or you can pick it up from my good buddy Matt over at Northview Bait and Tackle in North Kiwanis, right here in Sioux Falls. That's all the time Ranger Dan has today. Hey, you little radio rangers, you know the drill. Go to church, say your prayers, stay in school, eat your vegetables, don't be playing soccer. Don't let me get you wearing Crocs. Ranger Dan, out. Yes, sir.
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner right here on Sunny 93.3.
If you have a drug problem, don't let it ruin your life. You can be in treatment as soon as tomorrow, and you can start to get clean in as little as 7 days. Take the first step to get drugs out of your life at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything, so you really have nothing to lose. Timeforrehab.com. Start your new life. You deserve it. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio now with some really important news. Is it really important?
Sure.
You have that important news look on your face right now.
I do. Hey, you know what? If it's news, it's news to me, John. That's all there is. You know, I had this hard-hitting story right here. Long and short of it is this. Where do you guys stand on legalizing marijuana in the state of South Dakota? What say you?
It doesn't matter to me.
I'm more of a libertarian. I believe in individual freedoms. I don't think anybody should tell anybody what they can and cannot do. Period.
Okay, well, the odds are really, really good. Next time we come around to vote, that will be on the ballot.
Okay.
They do have enough petition signatures, and I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, and I want to say it was before the weather really turned.
Yeah.
Driving around town, I noticed there were people standing on
Every
street
corner.
corners, busy
Yeah, I saw
intersections,
that.
sign a petition for legalizing marijuana, which was I had never seen that before.
Yeah,
Every now and again, you'd run up to somebody outside, the administration building downtown.
Yeah.
Want to sign a petition. So apparently they got more than enough. So don't be surprised. That's going to come up to a vote, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But again, federal law still goes, that stuff's illegal, but state by state, if you've been following the bouncing bong, it is becoming legal in a lot of states. Now, keep in mind, this process has been going on for a number of years. This is not the first time that this petition drive has been going on. It's just the people leading the charge on this, for some reason, they forget where they put it, and they have to start over.
Wait a minute. Didn't I already get some signatures?
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily for the stuff, but you know what? If you want to make your own bad decisions, that's up to you. It has nothing to do with me as long as you're not hurting somebody else. There has to be laws as far as driving, I believe. You can't be operating a vehicle under the influence of that, just like with alcohol. But if you want to destroy your own life, that's totally up to you. I don't care as long as you're not hurting somebody else.
I can't take you very seriously. You're holding a puppy right now. She's like an evil genius.
Bring up
over
camera 3. There's Heidi somehow found some little back alley rat dog from
that's our
somewhere.
dog.
Oh, that's
our
your
dog
dog.
is in the studio for some reason. And you're petting her like some sort of evil,
Like Dr. Evil.
evil scientist. I'm not supposed to take you seriously.
That dog actually looks like maybe it should be in rehab. That That's a...
Oh, they picking on me.
That's what's going on there. All right, coming up, we got our Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. That's on the way on Sunny 93.3.
The average household has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. If you find yourself in that position and you're making minimum payments, you could be in debt for a long time. Make sure you have the very best card with the very best rates at bettercreditcards.net. We work with different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net, bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. It's time now for the Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week.
Why is Iceman so mean?
I love that theme music. It just gets you going.
Highway to the danger zone. Maverick, get in my office now.
We, once a week.
You're dangerous, Maverick. You're a wild card.
Once a week.
I flew with your father.
Actually, we always want to. We hand the microphone over to Heidi for a little thing called the Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. This is kind of like an employee of the week.
That's what it is.
It doesn't mean that it's an employee that works here. It's just like somebody that we see in the community.
Correct.
While we're out in the world, and we say that person's doing something awesome.
That's
and,
treated us great.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a huge thank you to Maverick Recruiting for sponsoring this little segment.
Absolutely.
So who is our Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the
We
Week?
had phenomenal service from the guys out at Nordstrom's.
Yeah.
And Russ Evans.
Russ Super Tech. I've known Russ a long time.
Amazing, amazing service. Every time we've ever had to work with them, always above and beyond. Awesome, awesome, awesome guys.
They are one of the, he's one of the hosts of the Under the Hood show as well.
Yes.
It's a radio program and a podcast. So if you ever have
they have
car
podcasts?
questions. They do.
Well, they're probably looking for a guest.
You should be a
Probably
guest on their podcast.
I think Teresa Staley's lined up.
Everybody's going to be a guest eventually.
These guys, he deserves it. Well, the whole team deserves it, but he absolutely always goes above and beyond.
Yeah, they're
for
good
us.
folks, and they're kind of straight shooters. There have been times that we'll call
Yes.
and ask something and be like, "Yeah, that's you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's a bad,
That's a bad idea.
You want to do what with a Geo Metro? What? No, you don't want to.
They still have my 1975 Screaming Yellow Pontiac Formula 400.
Oh,
Well, I know they still have the hood out there because the hood was a limited edition dual scoop made out of fiberglass.
nice.
With a fortune. Yeah. So Shannon, you owe me like $400. I just wanted to slide that in.
Well, a big thank you to the folks out at Nordstrom's. They go above and beyond. One of the things that I think is cool, we talk about it here. They didn't do it last week because of Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Which sounds kind of weird, but on Fridays at the Nordstrom Johnson building. So if you think about it, it's supported by Nordstrom's. Faith Temple Church does the food giveaway out at the fairgrounds.
Right.
And Nordstrom stepped up in a big way to help make sure that could happen. They do so many things that they, it's kind of maybe don't get the spotlight shined on them as much as they should. So
Yeah, just good people all the way
good
around.
people
Man.
and
Absolutely.
good company. So anyway, a big hats off to the folks out there. And a huge thank you to John from Maverick Recruiting. If you're looking for awesome people, he is the guy to reach out to, maverickrecruiting.com. Now, if you happen to be an awesome person and you want to find a better opportunity, a better job opportunity, reach out to him. He'll help you. He's the guy that's in the middle connecting good people with good companies. All of the details at maverickrecruiting.com. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.
If you can't have a drink without it leading to another drink and another drink, maybe it's time to get help. There are programs designed to help take alcohol out of your life for good at timeforrehab.com. Don't let a drinking problem spill over into other areas of your life. Get help to quit drinking and start living the life you truly deserve at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time right now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Hey, celebrities are fabulous. Kicking it Hollywood style. Tripping the night fantastic. Hey, baby, what are you doing? I'm a little bit stunned that they keep churning these out, but then I'm not, because apparently every single time they do, they make cajillions of dollars.
What's that?
Talking about the upcoming, the soon-to-be released Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
They are projecting, because apparently with tech you can already reserve your tickets, reserve your seats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They say as it stands right now, and I think it hits theater, opening weekend is December 20th.
Yeah, we're coming up on that here.
Yeah, so we're 3 weeks and some change out at this point. So, no, about 3 weeks. It's already headed towards a $200 million opening weekend.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. To put
That
that,
is insane.
To put that in perspective, that whole neighbor thing with
Tom Hanks.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood,
Yeah.
opening weekend for them just a while back
Right.
was like $13.5 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
Different
saying-
universe there.
I see what you did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right now they're estimating right around $200 million. But then while that figure is pretty high, it doesn't come close to dethroning, say, Avengers Endgame, which it launched $357 million.
Holy cow.
That's pretty huge.
Yeah, that's a lot of people buying tickets.
Yeah, because I am old enough where I was at the Lucky Twin Drive-In. Was it 1975 with my buddies Butch, Lenny, and Short But Squeaky. He was great at bringing into the trunk of Lenny's 57 Chev. Fantastic. But it was the premiere of Star Wars, the original movie. It was
You
a
went to
big
see
deal.
that?
And, oh, absolutely, yeah. And sitting out there and back there, because when you see it now, you go, well, that's kind of cheesy, whatever. But back then,
it was,
a
holy
huge game
cow.
changer.
It was.
Yeah.
And the weird thing
In
is,
fact, I think we went back. I know we saw it 3 more times that summer.
It actually still holds. I mean, considering how long it's been, it still holds up pretty
but you
well.
know, there were actually movie companies that turned it down, that didn't think it was going to work. They're like, it's like a soap
was
opera
that weird.
in space. They're like, yeah, I don't.
Well, at this
I don't
point,
get
it definitely is kind of a soap opera.
Yeah.
When you think of how they've done it, because I did buy tickets and sit through and see the original 3.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I've never had any interest. I've never watched
Right.
another one. It was
Yeah.
like, okay, that was it for me and what they're doing
Right.
now. But apparently, it's still working awfully well.
Yeah,
so
they're doing
Oh,
something
there are some
right.
people that are die-hard
one,
fans.
just one heck of a franchise. Holy cow.
It has done very well. Well, Dan, thank you very much for coming in with the report, sir.
My absolute pleasure, and thanks for allowing me. You should probably change the locks.
Well, we've tried. It just for some reason. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.